Hey guys, coming right up is a shave with Barrister and Mann Figarose, as well as my second go with the winning razor. Coming right up. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm your host John, aka Lather Hog. Today we're going to be using a soap from the Soft Heart series from Barrister and Mann, and that is Figarose. And I never know which way to hold it because that way you can see Figarose, but then I gotta rotate it so you can see the Soft Heart label part. The Soft Heart series, in short, is these small runs between 150 and 200 soaps, and they usually feature a experimental scent, something that you might see, come out later on, or sometimes it's an old scent. I think I've seen some of the scents from the Lava line, which was discontinued, have appeared in the Soft Heart series. Either way, it's in a different soap base. It's a PP8 soap base. It's actually quite nice, one of my favorites. And even the pricing is kind of attractive. So you might have to, set a reminder for when these drop. But the soap itself, it's top-notch quality, but still comes in at $15 USD. I'm not sure how Will over at Barrister and Mann does that. I've enjoyed many of the Soft Heart series releases that I picked up. They tend to maybe push the boundaries a little bit compared to other scents. And that's kind of saying a lot because there's some very polarizing scents in Barrister and Mann's catalog. But Figarose is one. I just love the note of fig. And rose can be hit or miss for me, depending how much of it is in the scent. If it goes past a certain threshold, that's usually when I'm not as big a fan of the scent. But let's take a quick sniff off the tub here. So you can see the pour. You can also see the handwritten side label. And let's take a sniff. So this is quite robust right out of the tub. I would say this is like maybe like a 6 or 7 out of 10. And right up front, I think the rose pops and this kind of green, this greenness that's coming from that green fig note. And a little bit of sweetness, but not too sweet. Fig scents can sometimes lean a bit on the sweet side, but what I'm getting is pretty balanced. And it prominently features like this name Figarose is very straightforward, and I think accurately describes what I'm getting out of the tub. But we'll lather this up in just a little bit and dive a little deeper into the scent. But let me show you what else we'll be using today. Also, can't forget to mention the matching alcohol splash for Figarose. These have been out of stock. In general, the alcohol splashes from Barrister and Mann have been out of stock for pretty much the duration of the pandemic and have just recently come back. So I know a lot of people are happy about that. So this is great news for those of you who have to have a matching splash, matching alcohol splash with your soaps in your shave den. But also I think the plan is to go backwards and for all the releases that did not have a matching splash to kind of play catch up with that. It's also worth mentioning that there used to be multiple aftershave recipes, formulations, that sort of thing. But to streamline production, they're all going to be in the reserve splash base. So that's either good news for some, bad news for others, but I think it's just good to have that splash of any kind back in stock. Next up for the razor is my second go with the winning razor, and this is on loan from Brian from the Wet Shave Experience. And we're trying a different blade in this today. I really like the initial shave I got out of it, but to see if we can get a little more efficiency and see how blade feel and stuff changes with the changing of a blade, I've loaded up a fresh Gillette Nasset blade. So that's the razor. And lastly for the brush, we'll be going with the Declaration Grooming Blood of Kings. This is outfitted with a B9A+ knot. Just a really nice, classy red brush here from Declaration Grooming. You can see it's been soaking. Also, the plus part just refers to the B9A knot going through a light gelling process. So that's the brush for today. I almost forgot to mention, I'm working with about 4 days worth of growth here. I do think that the new lighting for the videos. It's really showing off the stubble better. Yeah, hopefully you guys appreciate that. You can see a little better what I'm mowing down here. Now before I get to the face lather, if you're enjoying this video, please hit that like button. And if you haven't done so already, please consider becoming a subscriber. It would really help out the growth of the channel, how we do in the algorithm, and it would really just get more eyes on the content of this channel. Thank you guys in advance. I really do appreciate your support. Also, I want to invite you guys to check out the Lather Talk Discord to interact with fellow wet shaving enthusiasts, listeners of the Lather Talk podcast, and just all around cool people. All right, so we got the brush loaded up. I used some of that Proto Lather as pre-shave. So here we go. I will say this B9A Plus knot is like a cloud. The gelledness though can make lathering a little trickier. I think going for a heavier load on the tub or in your bowl, if that's what you do. I think that really helps. But as I'm doing this, let me share with you the official scent notes of Figarose. So Figarose consists of green fig, rose, lemon, and driftwood. And I will say that that woody characteristic really popped as soon as I started lathering from the tub. And that's in addition to an already strong green fig note and rose note. While I can't pick out that lemon, which is the only remaining note, while I can't pick it out specifically, I do think I can feel its effects in that this doesn't come off as a very heavy scent. There's a certain lightness and brightness to it that I think we have that lemon to thank. With other fig scents, whether they be in shaving form or fragrances, it always reminds me of the spring. There's a certain liveliness to it, the sweetness, the greenness. It just makes me think of things coming alive in the spring, and Figarose is no different. That being said, I think the fact that there's a really great play of kind of stronger notes, floral notes, even that driftwood for that woodiness, I think you can use this year round. Even the high heat of summer, I don't think it'll be too much. And it really does give the impressions of being outdoors in a, you know, like in a beautiful, cultivated, like public garden with all sorts of flowers and vegetation growing. I'm also happy to say that so far, as I've been with this scent, the rose is not too much. For me, it's just right. It doesn't overpower the scent or anything like that. All right, so we're lathered up and ready to go. There's a bit of a break because a moving truck decided to start beeping away in the background. If you still hear that a little bit, I do apologize. But yeah, so here we go with the lather. Here's what it looks like. And here we go with the winning razor with the Gillette NASA blade. Now, based on the comments from my previous video when I first used the winning razor, I think someone did ask if there was drag. So I didn't experience drag last time, nor am I experiencing drag really, much in this shave either. I'm sure that could vary between soaps, and I've also, been told that when you underhydrate a soap, that could add drag as well. I will say the way that this handles is pretty unique. I think mostly something to do with the weight of the razor, which again is just under 120 grams. And I with that NASA blade in here, I am getting a little more blade feel. Not too much by any means, like for my taste. Although I'm borrowing this razor, I will say that the price tag on it, which I believe is $50 USD, and this is made by Yates Precision for the Wet Shaving Club, I will say that's a pretty attractive price point, or a very attractive price point for a well-built stainless steel razor. But first pass is down. Yeah, did a great job here. Let me rinse up and we'll lather up for a second pass. All right, so here we go in for the second pass. Now, while I was lathering for the second time, I did think another image did pop in my mind as far as what Figarose smells like, and that's walking through the garden section of Home Depot, or your whatever your local big box hardware store is, Home Depot, Lowe's, and whatnot. That floral, lush, woody nature, besides a beautiful public garden, could also be that. Maybe you want the perfect scent as you're trying to figure out what to plant around your house or apartment. Maybe it's leading to the spring, or I don't do much gardening, but you might be figuring out what to plant now that'll pop up in the spring. This would be a good scent for that, for that errand. Alright guys, so I think 2 passes are gonna be good for today. And just a few observations. I think what the one viewer who mentioned drag in the razor, I actually did start feeling a little bit of it, whether that's a hydration issue or maybe the head geometry. I could get what they were talking about. So there was a little bit of that, that feeling. It didn't interrupt the shave. It wasn't skipping, which is definitely something that you don't want. That's how you're probably gonna cut or nick yourself. But I could get a little more, what could be considered drag. Maybe the way that the razor's finished. The other thing too is I think with that Gillette NASA blade, while there was more blade feel, and I would say, yeah, I mean, had no problem efficiency-wise. It's feeling quite smooth. I didn't overall love that pairing, just the feel of it. It wasn't a whole lot of blade feel, but just something about the way that the winning cuts. I kind of enjoyed this Gillette Silver Blue, something a little more smoother in there. So we'll probably stick with that. Might be, and I think an Astra SP might be too mild for me, but maybe I'll put in like a Rapira or a Pole Silver or something like that for the next shave. Anyhow, let's give this splash a go. Again, the Figarose splash, this is in the reserve base, and all the other splashes from Barrister and Mann are in that reserve base, at least for the time being, which I think is a little easier to keep track of if you're picking up multiple releases throughout the year. It doesn't matter so much if you're just pick up your one favorite soap and renew that once or twice a year. Yeah, this is, I mean, it's just more of that, how would we call this? It's a floral, green, woody scent with a little sweetness. Very bright, very lively. It does, I think this is really a spring scent, but there's enough going on that you can use it all year round. but in my mind, all I can picture are very spring-like imagery. So that's what I get. Now I'd love to hear from you guys too. Have you tried the Soft Heart series from Barrister and Mann? If you have, let me know what you thought about either the soap base or the scent that you picked up. I'd love to hear from you in the comments below. And that's gonna do it for today's shave. I just wanna thank you guys for carving some time out of your day, joining me as I try different wet shaving products, different soaps, different scents, different razors. It's always fun to have you guys along for that journey. I hope you guys have a great day, and I'll catch you next time. Take care.